Good afternoon. I'm Tips Mahoy, and this is ArthIntel Midday Edition. Coming up, what to know about the Spanish enclave of Ceuta as migrant arrivals from Morocco spike. Trump brokers Hamas disarmament deal as Saudi Arabia plans Houthi offensive. F-35 jet CRASHES NEAR San Diego. Developing. That plus a check of the weather across the country. Thousands of migrants, mostly Moroccans, have streamed into the Spanish enclave of Ceuta in North Africa, with at least 18 people dying in the attempt. Spain says it's deploying its armed forces to help the civil guard restore the border, and Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez was expected to visit the city Friday. It's not yet clear what prompted the surge, but Ceuta has long been a migration and diplomatic flashpoint between Spain and Morocco, which does not officially recognize the enclave as Spanish territory. In May 2021, a similar crisis saw about 8,000 migrants cross in just 2 days, widely seen as Moroccan retaliation in a dispute with Spain over Western Sahara. Kuwait's defense ministry says the country's forces destroyed multiple Iranian drones detected over Kuwaiti airspace on Thursday. According to Kuwait's army, the attack caused material damage to vital and military facilities from falling shrapnel, though no human casualties were reported. The army says it is taking all necessary measures to protect the sovereignty of the homeland, in coordination with relevant authorities. A Marine Corps F-35B Lightning II has crashed in the vicinity of MCAS Miramar near San Diego, California. Officials say it was a Class A mishap, and confirm the pilot ejected and has since been recovered. Video and photos from the scene show a column of smoke rising into the sky. Further details on the incident, including what caused it, have not yet been released. ArthIntel Headline News is brought to you in part by Toolbox Development, AI web development and marketing. Learn more at toolboxdevelopment.net. We'll be right back. President Trump held his cabinet meeting at Camp David on Friday, calling it something very unique, as the White House touted it as the first televised cabinet meeting at the historic retreat. After covering his usual talking points on the economy, the border, and Iran, Trump pointed to a recent surge of migrants into Ceuta, a Spanish territory, calling it an invasion of a country by hundreds of thousands of people. He warned voters that, in his words, that same thing is going to happen to us if the Republicans don't get elected. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also spoke before Trump took questions from reporters during the nearly hour-long session. The Illinois Prisoner Review Board has denied medical release to Sean Grayson, the former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy convicted of second-degree murder in the 2024 killing of Sonya Massey. A board spokesperson says the vote was 3-0 to deny Grayson's request, which sought to end his 20-year sentence after serving just 6 months. Grayson has stage 4 colon cancer, and a doctor evaluating his application said the disease is likely to kill him within 18 months, though it does not prevent him from caring for himself. Sangamon County State's Attorney John Milhiser opposed the release, writing that Grayson remains a danger to society, and Massey's family also spoke out against letting him go free. More than 50 officials from 7 southeastern states met with the Justice Department Thursday, signing a data-sharing agreement to combat fraud the DOJ says totals roughly $350 million across the region. Under the Memorandum of Understanding, states will give federal officials access to corporate registration and public benefits data to help spot fraud patterns faster. Mississippi announced a new fraud task force funded by the DOJ's first-ever such grant, while South Carolina and North Carolina revealed a joint investigation that uncovered the largest Medicaid fraud case in South Carolina's history. Assistant Attorney General Colin McDonald told the Daily Caller, "Your team is getting bigger, our resolve is getting stronger, and your time is getting shorter for fraudsters." Senate Republicans and Democrats appear close to a deal that would avert a government shutdown, funding federal operations through December 4th. According to The Hill, which cited unnamed senators, some Democrats believe passage of the deal would come with an understanding that President Trump's budget reconciliation package would be delayed until after the midterms. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says he's hopeful both sides can iron out the last remaining issues before the Senate's 5-week recess next month. "I'm hoping that both sides can come together and figure the last couple of remaining issues out so we can get the government funded," Thune said. ArthIntel Headline News is brought to you in part by Toolbox Development, AI web development and marketing. Learn more at toolboxdevelopment.net. We'll be right back. Indiana State Senate President Roderick Bray says he will not stand for re-election to his leadership post. Bray had clashed with President Trump earlier this year after refusing to go along with redistricting Indiana's U.S. House seats to benefit Republicans in the midterms. Trump celebrated the news on Truth Social, writing that Bray should be ashamed of himself for what he called costing the party 2 House seats and an election loss. ArthIntel Headline News is brought to you in part by Toolbox Development, AI web development and marketing. Learn more at toolboxdevelopment.net. We'll be right back. New York Attorney General Letitia James filed suit against prediction market company Kalshi Friday, alleging it runs an illegal gambling operation that exposed New Yorkers, including those under 21, to gambling addiction without adequate safeguards. James is asking a court to permanently bar Kalshi from operating in New York unless it obtains a gaming license, and the filing seeks massive financial penalties, at least $36 billion pending a full accounting, plus restitution, and triple the company's alleged illegal gains. A Kalshi spokesperson called the lawsuit political theater, saying states can't shut down a federally licensed exchange. The case adds to at least 20 lawsuits nationwide against Kalshi and rival Polymarket, as courts across the country continue to split on whether states or the Federal Commodity Futures Trading Commission have authority to regulate prediction markets. The trade deadline sell-off has begun in Queens. The Mets have traded veteran reliever A.J. Minter to the Twins in exchange for 2 infield prospects, Bruin Agbayani and Billy Amick. Minter immediately bolsters Minnesota's bullpen as the Twins push for a playoff return, while for the last-place Mets and lead executive David Stearns, this is described as just the start of a bigger sell-off. Right-handers Freddie Peralta and Clay Holmes are also expected to be dealt before Monday's deadline. ArthIntel Headline News is brought to you in part by Toolbox Development, AI web development and marketing. Learn more at toolboxdevelopment.net. We'll be right back. And finally, here's a look at temperatures across the country right now. It's hottest in Phoenix at 108 degrees, while Seattle is the coolest spot on the board this afternoon at 68. That's ArthIntel Midday Edition for now, 10 stories, coast to coast. I'm Tips Mahoy for ArthIntel, signal over noise. If you found this valuable, please like and subscribe, enable notifications for daily updates, and read the complete coverage at arthintel.com.